Bleach Rebirth of Souls has the potential to positively change the future of anime games forever, but it's also possible that this game ends up being received extremely negatively. It's clear that the dev team has a passion for the genre and have taken inspiration from iconic titles from the past to create a type of game that we haven't seen in a very long time. And with that, they took some big risks to develop an insanely unique game rather than just sticking to the typical arena fighter blueprint. Rebirth of Souls has 3 things that I think are going to have a big impact on anime games going forward. So let's talk about the first one, the game's core system mechanics. As soon as I watched the first gameplay trailer, I knew this game wasn't your typical arena fighter. And it's not. The devs categorize Rebirth of Souls as an axis fighter instead of an arena fighter, and it's pretty easy to spot the difference. In arena fighters like the Naruto Storm series, your character is able to turn 360 degrees as well as move and attack from anywhere in the arena. Bleach Rebirth of Souls, on the other hand, is more similar to games like Tekken and the Dragon Ball Budokai games, where both characters are looking at each other at all times and locked on an axis. Aside from it being a different category of fighting game, the combat system is like nothing we've ever seen before, and I think it's going to add a ton of depth to its gameplay. To give a quick rundown of the system mechanics, the goal is to fully deplete your opponent's HP or Reishi and break all 9 of their stocks or Konpaku to win the match. And the game comes with a ton of options to optimize your offense and break as many of your opponent's stocks as possible. There are 7 different meters on screen, and all of them are linked to some sort of ability or resource that you can take advantage of during the match. The reverse meter alone lets you do things like dodge and counter moves, break or extend combos, and restore your other resources over time. Not to mention, some characters come with their own resource meters that you'll have to manage, which is something we don't typically see in arena fighters, but I think it'll add a lot of depth and skill expression to this game. And that brings us to our next section, the launch roster. The devs have already previewed 32 characters that'll be playable at release, and there's some rumors going around that a 33rd character will be unlocked once you finish the story mode. Some people are speculating that it's going to be someone like Dangai Ichigo or Baragon, but as of right now, we don't know who it's going to be or if a new character is even set to be announced before the first DLC. However, at the time of recording, there's still 2 weeks until release day, so I'm going to keep an open mind because honestly, anything is possible. Back to the current roster though, a cast of 32 characters is incredible in my opinion, and I appreciate that they didn't choose to lock most of the characters behind the DLC. I know some people might make the comparison of Sparking Zero's 182 character launch roster, but it's important to remember that a good chunk of Sparking Zero's roster are different forms of the same characters. In Rebirth of Souls, Ichigo is currently the only character with a second version. The other 30 members of the roster are all their own characters, and any new forms they have come from evolving them in-game. After watching and breaking down every trailer that we have currently, I was so impressed by the way they designed each member of the cast. They somehow found a way to make even the less popular and impactful characters look really cool and fun to play. Not only do they look great visually, but each character has their own unique playstyle and is adapted beautifully from the source material. Which brings me to the next aspect that I think sets this game apart, the overall feel of the game. Like I said before, the devs implemented the source material so well in this game, but that extends further than just the characters. The soundtrack, stages, and combat, all the way to the characters and how they interact with each other, all work together to capture the energy and feel of Bleach so well in my opinion. You can tell that the dev team is full of true Bleach fans and that they put their heart and soul into creating this game. And for that reason, I think Bleach Rebirth of Souls could be a game that changes the course of anime games forever. It blurs the line between traditional fighting games and arena fighters, and overall just seems like it has something for everybody. If you want a more casual experience, you can dive into story mode and the secret stories of all the different characters, or just play against your friends. And if you're looking for a more competitive experience, you can choose your character, get in the lab to optimize your playstyle, and go online to test your skills against other players. I genuinely think this game has the potential to bridge the gap between both sections of the community, since it's not exactly an arena fighter and not exactly a 2D fighting game either. I also feel like Rebirth of Souls could inspire more dev teams to take risks and try new things with the games they're creating. And who knows, we might even see a new era of anime games going forward. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to become a card-carrying member of the Sevv Syndicate, and let me know in the comments who you're going to be maining when this game comes out in 2 weeks. And if you want to know who my main character is going to be, you can watch the video on screen now. Thanks so much for watching.